So I've been playing solo hunters for about a week now, and when I first started, I rolled a class and I got mage, so I decided to go with a magic power build, and I've been playing with a magic build since the start of the game. So today I'm gonna be ranking all of the magic runes. So we've got Werewolf, Divine Blade, Light, Goliath, Crimson, Nature, Darkness, and Vines and Lightning. All right, so let's take a look. I did set up a little tier list here. So we've got all the rares here, I think these are rares, and then epic, legendary, and mythic. So we're gonna start off with vines. So let's take a look at vines. Let me equip vines real quick. Let's see, where is it? Boom, there it is, equip. And we are gonna go over to, let's go over to the jungle real quick. Okay, I'm gonna be doing this 435 power level jungle dungeon, just so that you can see kind of how powerful magic is at this point in the game, because I'm kind of in the end game. Like my gear is all maxed out for magic, so I get a bunch of bonus magic damage, and if I did anything lower, it would just be like a one-shotting everything. So I think this dungeon is going to be good, but just keep in mind I do have a lot of stats into magic and just a full build, so a lot of these magic runes are going to be doing a lot more damage than if you just equip them by themselves. Just keep that in mind while I do this. So we're going to queue up into this gate, and I'm going to show you all of the abilities and cooldowns, and then I'll show the skill trees I have on them. I think on most of them I just have all the base abilities unlocked, except for like Werewolf and Divine Blade. I think I've maxed those. I don't know if I maxed out Divine Blade, but I definitely maxed out Werewolf. Alright, so here we are. I'm going to use the art ability of vines. This one is just a little tornado that kind of shoots forward. Let's see, let me cool down a little bit, let it cool down, and then boom, just a little tornado that has travel time. And then the C ability is kind of like a projectile. You just shoot and it travels towards the enemy. It's got travel time. And then G is missile, nature missile. I actually don't remember what this one does. Oh, okay. So it shoots out missiles, which is pretty cool. Let's see. And they just kind of travel to wherever you're holding the mouse. And then Nature's Fury, I believe, is an AoE attack. Oh, wrong button. Yes, AoE. And it just launches down a huge AoE. Alright, and I'm just gonna keep going through this dungeon and show you guys kind of how good magic or vines is. So this build is pretty neat. It's got like some ranged attacks that you can use, and it's got a lot of AoE attacks. AoE isn't huge, but it's good enough to, like, you know, get by. Pick up this health potion real quick because we took so much damage there. But yeah, well, as we keep going, that is actually a really good AoE. That one right there. The only thing is it doesn't have like iframes, which, if you don't know what iframes are, it's just like invincibility while you're using an ability, which we might see later. We'll definitely see with Divine Blade. I know Divine Blade has iframes. All right, we're at the boss. We're gonna see how quickly we can take it down. Hopefully, oh, actually, this dungeon might be a little too easy. Might have to showcase in a different dungeon, because I might just accidentally just one-shot him right off the bat. Well, I guess we didn't one-shot him, so it's not too bad. It'll be a good show. Yeah, it'll be good. Boom. So we three-shotted him. We just used like 3 abilities. That was pretty good. So that is Vines. That is the Vines ability, or magic power. Overall, when I was leveling with this one, I don't remember it being too hard. The first ability you get tornado. The cooldown is a little bit long, but it's not like super bad. So that one was that was vines. All right, so I think I'm gonna put vines at C tier. I actually don't think I'll use D tier because nothing is like horrible. Everything you use is gonna be like decent. Actually no, you know what? I'm gonna keep this here because there is, I think, just one rune that is just super bad to start with because the ability times take so long, the ability cooldowns, and that is lightning. When I was leveling with lightning, dude, this ability cooldown is so long, and it was just a pain to level up. So let's just take it into the dungeon real quick. All right, so I kind of showed the ability earlier to show its cooldown. The first one, Thunder Strike, it's just like a small AoE. You can like group adds up together and it just calls down a little lightning strike, which is pretty neat. The cooldown feels like it's a little long. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Look, you can see a cloud like up in the sky when you use the ability. That's pretty cool. I did not know that was there. Let's see. The next ability is Lightning Chain. You just kind of shoot out a lightning ball, and it leaves these particle effects. When I was leveling up, I thought maybe the particle effects did damage over time when they walk through them, but apparently that's not the case. But as you'll see when we get to the boss, the ability does do damage over time. So I think that's what those particles are. It shows you how long that damage over time is. You just can't see it with these mobs because they die with one shot. This other ability the next ability is called Lightning Fury. So let's see. Oh, that's right. Hold on. This is an ability that you have to hold down, which is cool. It has a ginormous AoE, and you can see the clouds when you use the ability as well. You can see the clouds form, and then it just calls down lightning. The only thing I don't like about that ability is that you have to stand still, and you don't have invincibility frames when you're using it. So say the mobs or the monsters are like right on you and you cast it, you're still gonna get hit. Luckily they didn't hit me right there, but if you don't insta kill them, they are gonna hit you. The next ability, oh, I remember this ability. This ability was so cool. These visuals are so amazing. So I'm just gonna group up a bunch of these, and then I'll showcase the ability. So you kind of have to charge it. Well, you don't have to charge it, but if you charge it, the lightning ball becomes bigger, and it just looks cool. I don't know if it actually does anything special, like increase the damage or AoE of the Thunderous Nova, but if you hold it down, it does do like a little charging animation. Yeah, unfortunately I died. That's the thing with a lot of like the lower rarity magic runes. You're very vulnerable. You're very vulnerable with the lower tiers because you don't have any invincibility frames. You don't have that many ranged attacks, and if you do have a ranged attack, it's usually just one, and it's not like a very powerful one. But this one we might be able to do a lot of damage with the lightning chain, the little projectile, and you'll see the damage over time. So as you can see, it's ticking there. It does 7,000 damage, and then each tick is also 7,000 damage. Wow, that's insane. What the heck? Oh, gotta get out of there. Yeah, let's see if we can hit him with a Thunderous Nova. Boom! Yeah, that ability does a lot of damage. Yep, that's gonna be it for lightning. Let me just show the skill tree. I literally just have the abilities unlocked. But yeah, my armor and my rings are helping out a lot with damage because I have some nice magic build. So just keep that in mind. Okay, with all that, I think we are going to put lightning. Honestly, when I first started using it, it was so hard to level because of the long ability or the long cooldown on the abilities. And I feel like this one just took so long. So I think, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use D tier. I think I'm actually going to get rid of this. So we're just going to have C, B, A, and S. But lightning is going to be at the very bottom. Because it's not bad. It's got really good AoE. Well, it's got decent AoE. The Thunderous Nova is what has really good AoE. But I don't know. I just feel like there's way better options. So next up, we've got Nature. Okay, let's take a look. Let me equip... Oh, is there a werewolf? No werewolf. Okay. Let me equip Nature. Alright, and I kind of forgot what the abilities are on this one. So let's go into the dungeon and find out. Okay, let's take a look. So, the first ability we've got Verdant Lash. Let's take a look. Oh, I think I remember. Yep, this one has iframes. This is what I'm talking about, iframes. It does a little animation, and during the animation, you're invincible. Not all of the abilities, iframes have an animation, but most of them do. So this is Verdant Lash. If you summon this in the banner, it'll show this little animation when you summon it. This little like cutscene that shows exactly what this ability is. But yeah, it's got some good AoE. It's got iframes, and it was actually not that bad. The cooldown didn't feel too long when I was leveling it. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit quicker than the rare magic runes cooldowns. But yeah, it's got good AoE. You can line up all the ads and just use the ability since you're invincible during the animation. And it's very good for clearing groups of enemies. So the next ability we've got is Spike Garden. I remember this one. This one is like I don't even know how to explain it, but you put your mouse over the enemy and you just click it and it summons like a ring of vines or something, and it just does damage in that little area, which is really cool. It's a nice ranged attack. I don't know how much range it has. We can test it. Let's see how much range. Oh, so it's got a decent amount of range. That's really nice. Let's see. Let's try to test it to its limits. Okay, so not infinite range, but it's got good range. So this one's pretty good too. If you want to attack from like a distance, you don't want to get close. And it's got a good AoE. You can take out like 2 or 3 enemies at a time. Alright, next up we've got Thistle Spike. So let's see, what is this one? Oh, it's kind of like the Vines ability. What was it called? Something Needle? It's just like a traveling projectile. I wonder if it does splash damage. Let's test it. Let's see if it's got splash damage. Looks like it does have splash damage. Okay. That's pretty cool. It's not too bad. Not super flashy, but it's effective. I personally would use, I think, Garden Spike over this. Oh! Or maybe not. It just did no damage. Let's see how far we can shoot the Thistle Spike. Okay, so it definitely has more range than the Spike Garden. Alright, so we're at the boss. I think we're going to test out the last ability on the boss. And it's called Radiant Grove. So let's see, let's take a look. Usually the last ability you unlock in... Or not the last, but like the very bottom ability that you have from the magic runes is the best ability. It does the most damage, but it also takes the longest to cool down. So let me stop yapping and just hit him with it. Okay. So it looks like it's just like a bigger version of the Spike Garden. Do I hold it down maybe? Do more. Yeah, it looks like it's just another AoE attack. Okay, not bad. This nature room magic rune feels kind of like more of like an ad clearing. Rune. Small chest unboxing for you guys. So far nothing good. Looks like we're not gonna get anything good. Okay. So that was nature. That was the nature rune. Let's go take a look at the tier list. Nature rune, it's more of like a Nature rune is more of like a ad clearing, like not a bossing one. Cause I don't think it has like an ability that does a lot of damage. It's just got a lot of AoE and like fast ability cooldowns. Not even fast, it's just like decent. So I think I'd still say it's better than any of these because it's got more abilities. You can spam more abilities and you'll have less cooldown, less downtime on your abilities. So I'm still gonna put it at B tier, higher than these. But I think B tier is good. B tier is a good spot. Next up, we've got Dark. So this one, when I was testing it, I was very surprised. So let's go ahead and equip it. I actually had a lot of fun leveling this one. So let's go into this dungeon and get started. The only thing I will say about this magic rune is that leveling it is a pain. The first ability that you start with is called Void Crush, and it's kind of like this tentacle that comes out of the ground and smacks in a small area. But the thing is, if you go up to an enemy and you get close and then you hit your ability, a lot of the time they'll just walk out of range. Right there, that was kind of like a bad example because I'm just too good. But say you like boom, you use your ability and then he just like walks out of range and you don't hit anything. And especially if that's the only move you have and you're barely starting, if you miss, then you just kind of have to sit there and run around the mob just to wait for your cooldown to come back, which can be really annoying. But yeah, it's not bad. It's got like a pretty quick cooldown. I feel like, let's see. Yeah, so it basically, as soon as the tentacle leaves the ground, the cooldown's done and you can use the ability again, which is not too bad. Next up, we've got Nova. This one is insane. Let's see if we can. Let's group these two up together. Some of the abilities on this magic rune are crazy. So boom, it's just like it shoots out projectiles and then they all come together at the point where you want and just explode it, and it's a huge AoE. Let me see if I can show you guys, because that didn't really do it justice. There's just one enemy right there, but let's see. So okay, that was bad. That was bad too. hold on. Let's see. Oh, it's on cooldown. Yeah, the cooldown on this ability is really. Look at that AoE, just basically that whole area. The cooldown is very long on it because it is a very good ability, so it's probably just for balancing. That way you're not spamming that ability, just clearing rooms in seconds. The next ability is called Devourer Maelstrom. This one is another AoE ability, and let me just show you guys. You kind of just turn into a black hole, and anything in that like ring around the black hole just takes damage. So let me do it one more time right here. And it's got a pretty large AoE. When I was using when I was leveling this rune, it was so much fun just going into rooms and just clearing everything with like I'd hit a Nova, and then a second later I'd use the Maelstrom and just get past the room so quickly. Okay, we've got two more abilities left. Hopefully we don't one-shot the boss so we can showcase both. The next one is called Nightfall Rupture. Oh, I remember this ability. This ability is so nice. It's like a blade slash, kind of, and it just shoots out like this slash. Boom, look at that. That looks so cool. Let me do it again. Oh no, I think I'm gonna kill him if I do it again. But that one is so nice. It's got so much range too. I don't even know how long. Look at that. Look at the range on that. But I really enjoyed that one. The cooldown is also very fast on it. Look at that. It's like maybe 4 or 5 seconds. But I really enjoyed using that one. I don't think it has pierce, so as soon as it hits something, it does explode. If you're trying to hit multiple enemies, it's not gonna work unless like they're really close to each other. You can't like shoot it through enemies, but you can make it explode on multiple. And the next ability we have is Ghoul Storm Mines. So let's see. Okay, nice. I do remember this one. This one, if you're not like close to them when you use it, close to like an enemy, it's not going to do damage, but it'll shoot out these mines. And oh, that's the wrong ability. It'll shoot out these mines, and after a small delay, the mines blow up. I don't know exactly how big the radius is because it's kind of like impractical because a lot of the mobs don't run into them. And when you use it, you're really just using it to kill whatever like is right in front of you, and a lot of the rooms don't have a lot of mobs around. There's like 1 or 2 rooms in dungeons that will have like a huge swarm of enemies. But even then, just like using a different ability like this one will clear out the room just fine. Whereas this one, if you use it... Wait, was that a projectile? Is this a projectile? Goosebumps? Wait. Hold on. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong ability. Okay. What? Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. This is a projectile ability. What? I did not know that. When I was using it, I would just go up to the enemies and just... This is actually crazy. And it's got decent range too? Holy smokes. Okay. Dang. So it's got... This has 2 projectile abilities. Oh my goodness. Woo! Okay. I actually had a lot of fun using... Oh, it doesn't have 2S3. I forgot about Nova. Oh my gosh. So I actually had a lot of fun leveling this one when I was using it. This one was like very unique, very nice. Like it felt different from all the other ones. And after you get past that stage, that first leveling stage where you only have one ability, it actually becomes pretty easy to level because the abilities have such huge AoE. It's just nice, and the abilities do very nice damage. Like the Nova and what? Even the Rupture ability and Ghoul Storm Mines, they all do very good damage against bosses. So this one's very good at clearing adds and bosses. So I think with that in mind, I'm going to put that in A tier. Yes, A tier. I actually enjoyed using Dark when I was leveling it. It was actually pretty viable. Okay, moving on, we've got Crimson. Okay, let's take a look. Let me equip Crimson real quick. Alright. This is the first legendary magic room that we are going to take a look at. So let's head into the dungeon. Alright. So for the first ability that you start off with when you unlock Crimson is Sanguine Torrent, I think is how you say it. And it's just like a really nice AoE ability. The cooldown on it, it's not bad. It is a little bit long, but it is an AoE ability, so it doesn't make sense. And it is a really nice AoE. As you can see, you can just group these adds up. You aren't invincible when you're using it. As you can see, I just got hit by a dead mob, might I add, which is a bug that that's been happening for so long. Even after the enemies die, they'll still get a smack on you, which is pretty annoying. But this ability is really nice for taking out big groups of enemies. The next one we have is Crimson Thorns, which is a projectile one. And let me just show you Boom! It kind of has like a double hit. It has the initial explosion, and then kind of how you see how kind of the thorns kind of like shoot out and then they retract. When they retract, they also do damage, so it does damage twice. Once when it hits, and then when it retracts. And this one's pretty nice. It's got a decent range. I don't think it's got an infinite range. Yeah, it doesn't have an infinite range. It's got a decent range. And it's a pretty spammy ability, so it's not bad, especially when you're running around and you gotta kill like one enemy to get to the next door. It's pretty good. Next ability we have is Vermilion Blitz. This one is kind of interesting. It's another projectile ability, and I'll show you what that looks like. Boom! You kind of shoot these thorns in a straight line. I don't know how much range it has. Let's test it. But the thing is, the animation it's kind of annoying. Like when you're running around, it shoots you back, it throws you back. So it's got a decent range. It throws you back, so you can't really just keep. Like if you're speed running, you have to stop and like hit the ability. Like say you're running past these and you want to kill that mob real quick, you just go. But you have to stop it, and it does like this whole animation, which is. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but if you're running by and you just want to kill one ad, you can easily just use Crimson Thorns and then just keep going. So I don't really, when I was using this Magic Rune, I wasn't really using that ability, only on bosses. It does do really good damage against bosses, I will say. Alright, let's move on to the next room. Oh, looks like it's the boss. And Scarlet Scars. I actually don't remember what this ability does, but let's find out. Oh, it's like a comp. Oh my goodness! So we one-shot the boss, so we didn't get to see the last ability. So Scarlet Scars is like a combo move. Boom! You do this little lunge, and then you do 3 little attacks, and as you can see, it does insane damage. It's not really like an ad clear move. It's more like a big damage boss move. Same thing goes for Cardinal Reckoning. You do get iframes when you are invincible when you're using Cardinal Reckoning. I'll just show that real quick. You get this little cool animation, and then boom, it's like arrows falling from the ground or from the sky, and it does do a lot of damage to bosses. It can also one-shot bosses, but unfortunately we one-shotted the boss with the Scarlet Scars ability, so we didn't get to see it in action, but we did get to see what it looks like. Overall, this was one of the first magic runes I got, or the first magic runes I used. It was alright. I didn't love it. It wasn't very fast at clearing rooms, but it did do nice damage against bosses. So let's go back in here. Let's go to our tier list. And I think I'm gonna have to put Crimson below Dark. Alright, next up we've got Goliath. So let's see, let's take a look at it. Okay, for the first ability in Goliath is we've got Sunfall Strike. Boom! It's just like punch a hole in the enemy, and it is an AoE ability, so anything in that little circle that you just saw will take damage. So let me see if I can demonstrate that. Just like that. The ability does take a little bit to come back, so it can be a little bit bothering to level up. But it's a good ad clear ability, very nice starting ability. It's got AoE. Let's take a look at the second one. It's called Stellar Collapse. Oh wow. So it looks like the second ability already has iframes and a long animation, but the cooldown on it is insanely long. It's barely like 3/4 of the way done. It's kind of hard to tell what the AoE is on the abilities that have animations. But let's try it one more time. Boom. Okay, so it's kind of the same as Sunfall Strike, I think. Kind of the same AoE. It's just a circle, but you have invincibility when you're doing it. Oh, and the Stellar Collapse, that animation that plays when you use that ability is actually the animation that plays when you summon it on the banner. So let's take a look at the next ability, Brilliant Smash. So, boom, just summon rocks. I don't even know what that was. Just use telekinesis to destroy rocks from the ground and then smash them on the enemy. This ability also has 2 hits. One when it rips the rocks out of the ground, and then again when it slams them on the ground. Which is nice for damage. And it's kind of got the same AoE as all the other abilities, which is pretty good. It's got nice AoE. A lot of these abilities have AoE. All right, let's take a look at the next one, Solar Decree. I believe this one also has an animation with invincible frames. Yep, there you go. Okay, that did absolutely nothing. But I believe that one also is an AoE attack, just kind of around your whole hunter. Kind of like if he was using a force field to smash everything around him. You see, boom, just kind of releases rage. I have no idea why it's doing no damage. Let's try it against these guys over here. Let's just group them up. And then let's test the range on it too. Well, I guess they're gonna get to me before it. Why is this doing no damage? Okay, that's gotta be a bug. The thing is that ability is doing no damage. Okay, we're just gonna have to skip it. So the next ability is Light Cascade. So this one I like to jump in the air before I do it because I'll just show you why. So, okay, I accidentally hit Sunfall Strike. But I'll show it on the boss. Let's go for this ability. Oh, jeez. Jump up and then boom, hold and then release. And it does like a million punches and then does one big punch at the end. And it's AoE and it does a bunch of damage, which is perfect for bosses. And honestly, you could use it on ads as well, like smaller mobs. Alright, I'm gonna rank Goliath at... I think I'm gonna rank it high A tier. Oh, there we go. Okay, after playing a little bit more with Dark and Goliath, I think I'm gonna switch those. Before I had the tier list like this, I had Goliath above Dark, but I think I'm gonna move it up because Dark just feels a lot smoother, and now that I'm playing with it a little bit more, its AoEs are just insanely huge, and the cooldowns on them are not that bad. So here, let me show you what I'm talking about with the AoEs. So look at all these mobs here. Let's just go, boom, and they're all deleted. You see that? Okay, and then that was the Nova ability, and then that is the Ghoul Storm Mines, and then also the Nightfall Rupture. That little attack, the cooldown is so fast. This magic rune just feels so smooth to play with, and I think I'm gonna have to move Crimson down. Okay, next up we've got Light. Okay, we're just gonna do this one, 520. Hopefully it's not too bad. I feel like Light is a very unique class. Pretty much all its abilities are ranged. Like right now I'm using the Light Shot ability, which is the one you start with. That's this one. And then I was also using the Light Kick, which is the second one there on the right. The Light Kick range is a little bit shorter. As you can see, it blows up after a little bit. The Light Shot's range is a lot longer, but they're still not infinite. But it's just so easy to take out mobs, just walking around, shooting, spamming those two. It's just, and they both have AoE clear, so wherever they hit, if there's a group, it'll take them out pretty fast. You also have Light Ray. Oh yeah, this one's super interesting. So when you place it down, this little light ball will appear and it'll follow wherever your cursor is. And wow, that lasted so long. They must have changed that because it didn't last that long when I was upgrading it. And look, you see there's that AoE. And I think this one might be the coolest concept for a magic rune. All of the abilities are ranged abilities. And it's just so smooth, so nice. Like I think I'm just a fan of ranged attacks. Oh, I should have used the last ability. The last ability I'm pretty sure hasn't. Oh no, it doesn't have invincible frame, but it is also projectiles. And let me just show you real quick. So you just hold it down. Oh wait, that's wrong. Hold it down and you shoot a barrage of light that you can like clear a whole area with. It's got so much AoE. It's probably one of the funnest magic runes to use besides Dark. For this one, it's pretty easy to use. It's pretty easy to level up. So I think I'm gonna have to put it in front of Goliath. Now we are moving on to the mythic runes. First one we're gonna showcase is Divine Blade. So obviously you have your melee, which we will test out. Yep, just as expected. It does sometimes miss. I don't know how, but as you kind of saw earlier with that one mob, I hit him, but it didn't do any damage, which is kind of annoying. I'm pretty sure that's a bug. Right before the latest update, I think Divine Blade was better than Werewolf, but then they reverted all the changes they made in the previous update, and now this sword is kind of buggy. And it doesn't do as much damage to my werewolf, but I think that's because I have my werewolf maxed. Like right now, I don't have this maxed. So let's take a look at the first ability, the Champion's Cut. It shoots like a projectile that travels short distance. It's not like a super far distance. Whoa, I don't know why it shot up like that. And then we have the second ability, Whirlwind Slash. This one you basically like create a circle in front of you, and anything standing in that circle will take damage, and you do have invincibility while you're doing it. So let me see if I can show you. See, those scorpions were attacking me, but they weren't hitting me, which is really nice because a lot of the lower tier runes or lower rarity runes do not have invincibility frames when you're doing an animation. And dude, sometimes these mobs can hit real hard. They'll catch you with your pants down and just take you out. But thanks to the invincibility frames, this makes it really easy to just kind of go up to a group and just go super nice. And then we have Reckoning Strike. I think that's the one I was showcasing. No, that was not. It's just another AoE ability. Alright, so we're gonna use Ordained Edge, which is the fourth ability on the boss, and see if we can one-shot him, because I know this ability does a lot of damage. Boom, look at that. 553,000 damage. That is an insane amount of damage. So I didn't show the last ability. Let me see, what is it? Oh, that's just kind of like a combo. I honestly almost never use it because of the animation. I just don't like using abilities with animations. It feels sluggish. It slows you down. And I'm gonna put it in A tier, the high tier A tier, because it has an M1 and because it has insane damage and invincibility frames. So that is going to be an A tier. Next up we've got Werewolf. The Werewolf magic rune has a fury meter that none of the other magic runes have. And the way you build that fury meter is by using or damaging. I think it's just damaging and killing mobs. So I'm gonna show you the full move set for werewolf. This is the first ability, Shadow Lunge. It's just a little launch forward. I don't think there's anything special to it. It's just like a sort. Oh, wait a second. I thought this was a short distance teleport. That teleport is crazy. And then the second one is Werewolf Transformation. Once you have your Fury meter full, that's when you can use it. As you can see, if I try to click it right now, it's just going to say your Fury meter needs to be full to use this move. So we're going to move on to the next one. Lupin Ambush. So this one is just like a lunge forward. And then boom. Just like claws. Claws whatever's in the way. And then we have Frenzied Spin. I think this is, yeah, this is the ability that's first unlocked that you use when you first get it. That's like the one you use to level up. And it's just a very I think it's a very funny ability. And then we have Brutal Assault, which is the last one. And this one, oh sorry, I used the wrong one. Here. This is Brutal Assault right here. Boom, just like a little slash AoE around, and then it does like a final stab at the end. Now you can see the Fury meter is built up, so I'm gonna hit the Wolf Transformation ability, and then boom, there you go. You transform into a werewolf, and that's when you gain an M1. So you can attack with your mouse click. Before you couldn't. And it also changes your abilities. So now we have Claw Cyclone, which is this, like a walking barrage of attacks. Then we have Fang Nova Blast, which is an insane AoE blast, ranged attack. The AoE on that thing is huge. Anything near it will die. And it does insane damage too. And then you also have Sky Reaver Slam, which also does an insane amount of damage. So that's what that looks like. You do a little teleport. And then you have Ravaged Assault, which is a great ability for speed running. So it does like a it's kind of like the Claw Cyclone, but it lunges you forward super fast, and anything in your path will just die. Anyways, let me show you the Fang Nova Blasts. This thing does insane damage. Look at that, we one-shot the boss on a 520 dungeon. Almost all the abilities on Werewolf one-shot the boss. And after a little bit, your Fury meter does run out. If you let your Fury meter hit 0, then you transform back, and then you have to build up your Fury meter again. Let me put this in. This is definitely going in S tier. The reason it's better than Divine Blade is because the AoE attacks on this are just way better. It's a lot quicker. There is animations, but the animations don't slow you down as much, like the one that lunges you forward and the walking animation, whereas with Divine Blade there's just a bunch of animations that slow you down. You have to stop to do them. It doesn't have invincibility frames, but I think it just makes up with that with its range. You don't even have to get close to a lot of the enemies. Like the M1 when you're a werewolf has a lot of range. You almost never get hit by mobs when you're attacking them. If they were to fix the hit registration on Divine Blade, I feel like it would be a lot better for them one. That's gonna be it for the tier list. If you want to take one last look at it, there it is. So we've got Vines at C tier, Lightning at C tier, and we've got Nature B tier, Crimson B tier, Goliath A tier, Light A tier, Dark A tier, and Divine Blade A tier, and then Werewolf at S tier. So that is just my personal opinion on the magic runes. Obviously that's not everybody's gonna agree with that tier list, but that's just what I think.
Yeah, that's it for today, and I think on Sunday an update is dropping, so I'll probably make another video about that. We'll see what happens, but that's it. Peace.